Bulls or bears? It all comes down to FOMC rate decision coming Wednesday. Hey there, Tamir from Fibonacci-Traders.com, your daily market recap. So like, subscribe, and let's see what SPY and friends brought us in the past day. Another day on the SPY, sideways move, continuation since beginning of March, 508. The upper border of this yellow zone holding a support. We are still in a sideways move throughout March. March continues to be deceptive for all traders. Long continuation above the 518, and then we will see 533. We are still inside, as you can see, in a very nice uptrend channel. We can take the Fibonacci trend lines and mark ourselves the road for future price action. And as long as we are inside this channel holding above the yellow zone, we are still in bulls land. All comes down to FOMC rate decision coming Wednesday. Let's see how the market will react. QQQ with a 0.8% to the upside, but overall, as you can see, so also sideways move since February 22nd. The 435, the 50% retracement holding a support. All this area, the 442, even the 450, tough resistance. And as we can see in the past month or so, we are just moving sideways without any clear direction. And that means that if we are trying to trade swing trading, day trading, most likely it's a very tough conditions, very tough market conditions to trade in. So sit out and wait for market to tell you where it wants to go. For now, we can take also Fibonacci trend lines, and for now the trend is up, holding inside this uptrend channel, breaking below this one, and the 425 gap will get filled, and below it 421 and 415. Dow Jones, not surprising, also sideways move since February 22nd, holding above the yellow zone. But as we can see, every day that goes by, every few days, Dow Jones bulls are getting weaker and weaker, breaking below this area, below the 386, below the 385. We will see 383, and then all these red levels to the downside, and I will not be surprised if the market reaction will be to the downside after rate decision. 377 and 375 will come also. IWM continues to go to the downside, almost breaking below. Very hard for the bulls to stay above the yellow zone. This is why we got ourselves the sell signal 1 week ago already. We got ourselves the sell signal from the FTI. Continuing to the downside, 199, 196, and yes, also 193 to the downside. We are still inside an uptrend channel. We can take the Fibonacci trend lines. We are still in uptrend channel, but for now we are at the lower border of this uptrend channel. Let's see if we can get some kind of a bounce. But for now, according to price action and with the great help of the FTI, no long on IWM. Of course, everything you see and hear is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is merely my opinion based on 7 years plus of experience with the great help of the FTI that helps us translate markets language. MAGS Magnificent 7 ETF also moving sideways. March is a no trading month. No clear direction on March. All this area, tough resistance. All this area, super important support below the 3740, 3640, 36, and then even this gap at the 3470 will get filled. Nothing much on Magnificent 7. We will talk about all of them just few minutes. SOXX inside the yellow zone now needs to hold the 216, otherwise this gap at the 204 will get filled. Overall, too many gaps to the downside. SPY have this gap at the 497. The Qs have this gap at the 425. Magnificent 7 have this gap at the 36 area. And until all these gaps will get filled, in my opinion, bulls of the market will not be able to continue their journey north. In my opinion, all these gaps should get filled, and then bulls Q2 of 2024, maybe Q3 of 2024, will have the power to go all-time highs all across the board. In the meantime, Bitcoin, we got ourselves a sell signal a few days back. Saturday's candle broke inside the yellow zone. Now the 60% retracement needs to hold the 65 area, otherwise 63 and below the 63 below the yellow zone, we are heading south to the 56, and then maybe we will always also see the 52 area. Ethereum breaking below the yellow zone. Ethereum, since the highs of just last week, already 17% to the downside. 34.30 now is the support. Below it, just ask the FTI where price might be heading next. Below the 34, we have the 31.85. Below it, all the red supports to the downside. Always, we need to trade the chart. We need to trade price action, and it doesn't matter what we think where Ethereum or Bitcoin should be now or should be in the future, or what anyone else says. We need to learn to read price action, the universal language of candlesticks, of the market, and it doesn't matter which market you're trading. Crypto, Forex, stocks, ETFs, futures, it all comes down to candles, the universal language of the market. Gold continued to move sideways. This area, the 2161, very important area of support. As you can see, the Fibonacci level below it, retesting the yellow zone, long continuation, breaking this triangle. We have here this triangle, breaking up above, you will see 22, 22.44, and then 23 to the upside. Natural gas trying to get back inside and stay inside the yellow zone. But for now, we are below the sell signal. In my opinion, long on natural gas, only few days above the 182, above the yellow zone. Crude oil, as we can see, every time it reaches this blue line, it gets rejected. But this is a good sign. This is a good resistance. Yes, there is such a thing as a good resistance. This is a resistance for the higher highs, which means every time crude oil meets this blue line, we have a higher high. And for now, crude oil at the 82.46, breaking above it, and we will see bull run towards the 86 and above 90. Some kind of a pullback, same as it did here. Here, maybe pullback, retesting the 80 zone, the yellow zone, and then next leg up. XLF, the financial sector ETF, holding nicely, moving sideways and holding support above the yellow zone. Long continuation above the 41 towards 42 and then 44 to the upside. Now let's talk about Google. Open the day at the 152 and then just slide down. Look at Google on the intraday. Open with a massive gap up that gave us 7.4% to the upside, and then just slowly we got ourselves the sell signal in the third hour, and just slowly slide down back to the yellow zone at the 65. And this is a great example why I always say the yellow zone is the most important zone on any time frame that you're trading. And of course, it adjusts itself according to the time frame that you're trading. And what we've got here, Google closed January 31st gap. Now you have this gap over here that needs to get filled. Retesting the yellow zone, closing this gap, and then next leg up. Microsoft, nothing much, sliding down inside the yellow zone. We're still above the buy signal because we closed above the yellow zone. But if we thought a few days back, last Thursday, that here is Microsoft coming back, coming strong, slowly sliding down. Overall, the market looks tired. Bulls of the market looks tired all across the board, except Tesla. Tesla with 6.3% to the upside. We got ourselves the buy signal today on Tesla. We haven't seen a buy signal on Tesla since 1 month ago. Now, Doji last Friday off a trend line, now bouncing up. Let's see continuation first towards this blue line over here, together with the 50% retracement and the 138, and then closing this gap. But overall, one candle does not change the overall sentiment. Ladies and gentlemen, the overall sentiment on Tesla is still downtrend. Until when? Until this blue line, this upper blue line, will get broken to the upside, and then we can say that this downtrend is over. Until then, we can take some swings, short-term swings, not short-term swings, maybe towards the 181, above it to the 200. Above 200, then we can start our long position, swing long on Tesla. Apple continues to struggle with this area, the 179, 180 area, super tough resistance. We can take Fibonacci, and as you can see, the yellow zone on the Fibonacci, the 618, tough resistance. We have a gap over here. Overall, bulls of Apple does not look strong. Amazon, let's see where Amazon takes us. Let's put the FTI on our chart. And for now, Amazon, let's clean the chart a little bit. We can do like this, we can do like this. And as you can see, everything is adjustable. But the most important thing is that everything is based on Fibonacci, and all these levels and all these trend lines are automatically on your chart. One click away and you have all the levels to the upside, to the downside, and the trend lines. Amazon moving sideways, nothing much on Amazon. Inside this yellow zone, breaking down and under 171, and Amazon also have the gap at the 170. Let's see how the market will react to FOMC rate decision. And we all know already that the chances that the FOMC will cut rates is basically zero. Raising rates, in my opinion, not likely. So everything is already priced in that the rates will stay unchanged, in my opinion, of course. Netflix also moving sideways, a long continuation above the 627, and then we will see 650 and 684. Meta trying to get back inside the uptrend channel, but for now, Meta have this gap over here at the 470 and this major black hole that can take Meta back to 400. Long continuation of Meta. I want to see 2-3 days above the 505. Nvidia how the AI convention, Nvidia's AI convention, will affect the stock. For now, nothing much. Uptrend, still an uptrend, but sideways move in the past 2 weeks or so. As you can see, no need nothing on the chart to see that we are just moving sideways. Consolidation. As you can see, this triangle helps us identify consolidation. Higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, consolidation, breaking to the downside. You have this gap at the 690 that needs to get filled. It's a matter of time. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. When, nobody knows. All we need to do is follow price. Below the 842, you will see 805, 770, below 770. The chances of this gap at the 690 to get filled are more likely almost 95%. Long continuation, in my opinion, only above the 930 area, and then back to 975 and back up. AMD holding barely inside the uptrend channel. The lower border of this uptrend channel is holding barely. For now, we are below the yellow zone. We are below the sell signal. Nothing much to go long on AMD for now. I want to see at least 2-3 days back inside the yellow zone, and then we will reassess going back long on AMD. And when I say we, of course, I'm talking about the Fibonacci Traders Discord. We have the premium room. We have the Swing Lounge premium room dedicated for day traders. Swing Lounge for swing traders, options. We have crypto, general chat, and of course everything double language, multi-language, trading floor in English, trading floor in Hebrew. We have students zone, past, present, and future students, special for them. And of course, you're more than welcome to go and check the Fibonacci Traders University, where we have everything, all the paths, all the courses for your financial freedom. Just choose one. And once you choose it, I will be super committed to your success until you will become a professional, profitable trader by your own. MSTR 15.70% to the downside. So of course we got ourselves the sell signal, but zoom out. One candle, and it doesn't matter how big this candle is. Same as we got March 5th. Today, almost the same candle. Overall, uptrend until proven otherwise. We got ourselves the sell signal. It doesn't mean we need to go short on MSTR. It just means that if we are long, we need to be careful and manage our risk, manage our position a little bit tighter. Breaking below the yellow zone, we will see 1290, 1280 to the downside, then 1160, and then 960 to the downside. Overall MSTR, some kind of a pullback. Bulls of MSTR, same as the rest of the market, needs to take a breath. SMCI, same as MSTR, broke below the uptrend channel, broke inside and barely holding the yellow zone. This is why we got ourselves the sell signal. The FTI helps us manage also open positions. We have the gap over here at the 925 that needs to get filled. Below it, 840 overall. Same as MSTR. One candle. Doesn't matter how big, how intimidated this candle looks. Does not change the overall sentiment, even if we will go and retest the 840 area and maybe even closing this gap at the 775. Overall, SMCI is still in a bullish land. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. We are going live every day, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, preparing together for the next trading day. Until then, stay safe.